as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Saquon Barkley.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
Jones pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
An 8-yard gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well. and popped it free from his grasp.
Jones to throw on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Washington nothing. Graham Gano set to
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Oh, damn. Hey, alert. 10. Hey, alert. Go.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come on, dude. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch. Friday.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, but now it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Washington nothing.
second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was taken down by Ruben.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. And here we go. He's coming. We got double.
To throw is Wilson. On 3rd down, he'll buy some time right. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Keep it up, guys. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
36 power.
This is out quickly to the right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Giant ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
13 yards. First down, Giants.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jones hit and the ball's out, but I believe the Giants got this back and they will hold on to the possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes this Washington 14. Giants 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And 15.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
Looking for Shepard deep, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt.
Greg Stroman back deep for Washington.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get ready. Chance. Watch out. 36 power.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. I'll go special. Check 13. Hey, alert. Back. Let's go. 4 down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So that'll back him up 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, Wilson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. A quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
14, buddy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Go full strength. 29 is the Mike 29. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Come on here. Come get some. 8 feet. Check 2.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to run.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing after the interception. Jones. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes this Washington 28, Giants 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
21 yards.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
New York.
Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 14-yard line.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, New York.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on first down. Gibson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Pernell McPhee.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
2nd down at the 17-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
The tackle made.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
I'll go special.
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On first down, Gibson. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.
14.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.